Come in.
I'd like to propose a toast.
Oh, to a successful meeting.
Was it?
That,
Hannah?
but more importantly, to burying the hatchet. We have a lot of great business we can do together. I'd say...
What are you doing here?
What's going on? That's Olivia.
Time to bury the hatchet, wouldn't you say?
I never wanted to fight in the first place.
And my husband?
I know I've caused you a lot of heartache. And I want you to know how truly sorry I am.
Where are they? He's supposed to be at the club.
He's in Olivia's hotel room.
What?
I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'm not proud of some of the things I've done. But that's all behind us now. I've learned a lot from that. Tonight I'll prove that to you. So, to a new peace and lasting partnership. Long may we reign.
Look, I can explain.
You'd better try.
A meeting of the Jerome and Carter clans has been convened at 10 tonight in a warehouse down on the docks. Olivia and Duke will be there, except Duke is wired, and we can record everything that's being said right here. He also happens to have an earpiece, so he can hear whatever I want to tell him.
That didn't sound like a mob meeting to me.
Well, she asked for a preliminary meeting in her hotel room to go over strategy.
Oh, is that what she called it?
Look, I'm sure your husband has no romantic inclinations
Why
this
didn't
evening.
either of you bother to tell me about this?
Because, well, we didn't want to upset you.
This upsets me more.
What's that?
Sounds like somebody's playing with the tie bar.
Listen, if you're fooling around with that tie tack, stop it. If she's getting too close to you, then move away.
Here, here.
Can you ever forgive me?
I think we should probably start looking over the agenda, don't you think, for the meeting?
How's it coming? Well, you got yourself a royal mess here. This baby's gonna need a complete overhaul. Well, I'll do whatever's necessary. Well, there's not much more I can do today. I've got to order parts. Well, then fix it. Order all the parts you need. We'll just have to wait. Okay. But I'll tell you, aside from this engine, this is one fine ship. I've never seen anything like it. The owner always travels first class. Must be rolling in it, huh? How many people do you know who can afford anything they want? It must be rough. Well, at least I won't have to worry about collecting the bill, huh? I'll take care of paying you, Mr. Shaw. Well, whatever. Money is money, as far as I'm concerned. Who is the guy that owns this ship, anyway? When he came into the shop, he didn't leave his name. Well, I'm not surprised. The owner of this vessel is an extremely private man. And if you want to continue working on the Aphrodite, you'll respect his privacy and not ask too many questions. Of course, if your curiosity gets the best of you, we can always find another mechanic. Don't worry about me. If anybody understands the need for privacy, it's yours truly. You can tell our boss that he is a man after my own heart.
Yes, sir. May I speak to Ned Ashton, please?
Who is it, Jennings?
This gentleman would like to see Mr. Ashton.
Yes, I heard. Thank you, Jennings. I'll take care of it. Good afternoon. I'm Lila Quartermain, Ned's grandmother. I'm sorry he's not here at the moment. Can I be of some help?
I don't think so, ma'am.
Are you one of Ned's friends?
No. As a matter of fact, I'm not. I'm Lord Ashton. I'm Ned's father.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Now, I know you... Dr. Yoshimoto, CID is dad, and Dr. Yoshimoto, CID is dad.
Good evening. Well, it was. So just a moment ago, excuse me.
You're not getting away so quick.
I said don't do that ever again. This is business.
Will you hear me out?
Well, at the moment, I don't have much choice. What is it?
Well, I've decided to start my reorganization with the surgical files. And I would appreciate if you'd spend some time helping me bone up.
Fine. Why don't you just get your files? You start at A, and if I have any luck, by the time you get to S, I will have retired.
Nurse Woodrow, call the doctor's lounge. Nurse Woodrow.
Ah, just the lady we were looking for.
We?
I would like you to meet Lord Ashton. Larry, this is my wife, Dr. Monica Quartermain.
Well, Lord Ashton, how do you do?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Doctor. And please, call me Larry.
Yeah, well, to what do we owe this honor?
I'm looking for my son, actually.
We don't really have very far to look.
Ned! Ned, look who's here. Hello, Ned.
What are you doing here?
It's very good to see you. I cannot tell you how relieved I am to find that you're safe.
I'm sure.
I have been so worried about you ever since I heard from your mother. And when she finally called to say that you were here in Port Charles, I dropped everything to come over and see for myself.
What do you want, a medal?
I wouldn't mind a civil greeting.
Oh, we're both way past that. And as for my well-being, I'm fine. No thanks to you.
Ned,
But then that's nothing new, is it?
I just want to talk to you.
And what Lord Ashton wants, Lord Ashton gets, right?
Don't be silly.
I've been on my own since I was 5, so your sudden concern is something less than heartwarming. Forgive me if the tears are a little slow in coming.
Look, Ned, I didn't come all this way to argue with you.
Oh, I know. You went to great lengths and made enormous sacrifices just so you could see how your son was doing. Well, Dad, the kid's done all right for himself. And he's going to continue to do all right. By himself. Now, I better get back to work.
I think I deserve a little better than this, don't you?
Oh, here we go again. What you deserve and what you want. Heaven help the rest of us are daring to have needs of our own.
The least you could do is to talk to me.
You're wasting your time and mine. Have a safe trip home.
Security Officer Greeley, contact the 8th Floor Nursing Station.
It's not simply a question of dividing up the turf evenly. That would be too easy. Each family must think they're getting what they want, and actually we're giving them exactly what we want them to have. Is that clear?
Isabel. More wine?
I don't think that's wise, considering what's at stake, do you?
Well, I've never seen a rendezvous yet that didn't benefit from the spirit of the grape.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with business at all. She's trying to seduce him.
Let's stick to business, shall we?
Sure. You're the boss.
Another thing we have to be careful of is mob chieftains trying to split us up.
Never. In a million years.
We have to present a unified front.
It's what I've always wanted.
Yeah. Scorpio, we just got a report in from one of our tails. You have people on the way? Hasn't even left his home yet. Strange. I think this is one meeting they wouldn't want to be fashionably late to.
Maybe he didn't get an invitation.
Which hood are we talking about?
Fast Freddy. He's not one of the critical players.
No, but the others are. Keep me posted, will you?
We turn this thing up, please. I'd like to hear that.
Listen, why don't you monitor on the headphones for a while? The excitement seems to be too much for one of us. Okay. I want you to go home.
I'm not going home.
Look, it's quite apparent the Duke is on the up and up. Now, please, go home.
I'm not leaving here until my husband is out of the clutches of that dragon woman.
Look, he's safer tonight than he's ever been.
Oh, really?
Look, our people are standing by, ready to pounce at the first sign of any
But why
trouble.
didn't you just pin a video camera to his chest? I mean, we could have filmed her. I do hope she's still got her clothes on.
Will you cut that out?
I can't help it, Robert.
Look, this isn't doing you any good. You know what the doctor said about stress?
Yeah, I saw the doctor today. I said I had nothing to worry about.
I don't believe you do. Tomorrow it'll be all over.
Yes, that's what I'm worried about.
You go home, you hop into bed, and you pull the covers up. That's the best thing for both of you.
I know. Well, I suppose busting these people wouldn't mean a thing if it hurt my baby.
Now you're talking,
Okay, well, you just watch Duke. Don't let him be a hero. Bye.
Here's why these members of the United States ski team prefer
Hospital will continue in a moment.
Well, has your day gotten any better?
I'm really too tired to care.
Well, does that mean that you're ready to cut out of here now?
You got it, absolutely. Yes, I have a nice warm bath, and I have a nice comfy bed that has my name on it back home, just waiting for me.
Well, I guess that means you'll have to wait.
Who? What?
There is the loveliest gentleman waiting for you over there in the lounge. He's handsome, he's charming, but I tell you what, if you're too tired, I'll be more than happy to see if I could accommodate him for you.
Amy, if he wanted you, he wouldn't be waiting for me, would he?
Probably not.
No. You wanted to see me?
Yes, I wondered if you would spare me a minute.
Well, I think I have 6, maybe 7 that I don't need.
Please, sit down. I understand how you must feel about me.
How's that?
Well, I suspect that you have a strong inclination to distrust me, given your experiences with various other members of my family. I can't really say that I blame you.
If you're talking about the fact that Tracy and I never really got along, well...
Yes, that and Ned's somewhat less than thrilled reaction to seeing me earlier.
Yes, I kind of wondered about that.
Guilt by association, hmm?
Well, I don't really know. I don't know about you and Ned, and as far as Tracy goes, look, I am in no position to knock anybody that's married a Quartermain.
Well, we do have that in common, don't we?
Yeah, up to the point where you bailed out, I'm still around.
Look, as a fellow veteran of the Quartermain Wars, I wonder if I might impose on you for a small favor.
Well, it kind of depends on what the favor is.
I don't really know where to start, but as I suppose you gathered, I've definitely been an absentee father to Ned.
Yeah, I kind of picked up on that, of what you said earlier.
But you see, I don't really feel that I'm due all the blame for that situation. My divorce from Tracy was bitterly contested. Because the proceedings were messy and the aftermath was very ugly, I had no choice. I wasn't allowed to see Ned. Now, I've always loved my son very much, and recently I've been increasingly concerned about him.
Why is that?
Because from all reports, I gather that he has given new meaning to the cliché, life in the fast lane. In fact, as I understand it, he doesn't even exist in the same track as the rest of us.
Okay, forgive me, but what does this have to do with me?
Well, you see, I'm convinced that you can help me effect a reconciliation with him.
Well, why me? I barely know Ned.
Yeah, but that could change very, very easily. I'm sure that you two have the potential to become fast friends.
Why do you say that?
Well, because one of the things that I do have in common with Ned is the fact that we both have a soft spot for beautiful and charming women, such as yourself. I do not doubt that you could get through to him. In fact, I wouldn't be at all surprised if he had already fallen for you. Look, please, will you talk to him and try to convince him to give me another chance? I would be eternally grateful.
Look, I'm not at all sure that I can make the slightest bit of difference as far as this goes with Ned.
Well, I am. Just try. It's all I'm asking. You may be my only hope.
Well, fine, all right, yes. Okay, fine. Just don't expect any miracles here. Where can I reach you?
I'll be on my yacht, the Aphrodite. She's moored in the harbor. But I'll be in touch with you.
All right. But again, I say don't get your hopes up. I'm not sure I can make any kind of influence on Ned at all.
I think he would be a fool not to do anything for you. I certainly would. I can't thank you enough.
Say that again.
Told you all the big boys would be here. Enough of this. We're very well prepared for this meeting, wouldn't you say?
Well, you can be too prepared for something like this, can you?
What's the matter with you?
What do you mean?
You can't seem to sit still for 5 minutes.
Oh, I guess I'm just a little nervous.
Well, if I didn't know better, I think you were scared of me, and I'm the last person that wants to hurt you. We're partners, right? So sit down, enjoy yourself. It's going to be a night to remember.